NLE Choppa back in this building today.
What's going on? Thank you for having me again.
How long? When did I see you? How long ago was that? You came up here with Steve Stout.
3 years ago.
Was it 3 years?
I was 16. I'm 19 now. So.
I feel like there's a big difference in you in the past 3 years.
Changed a lot.
What's
growth.
what has changed the most about you in the past 3 years?
I feel like me as a person. Patience.
Patience.
Just, precision and everything about me has changed a lot. Still the same person, but it's just I've been more mature and just learned a lot more. Learned a lot.
What do you think has been your biggest lesson so far?
Staying patient. Just being able to be patient and trust the process. Trust that God got me and trust that my faith is strong. So within that, I feel like that's been my biggest obstacle, but I overcame it, and now I know, like, sometimes I still relapse and be like, oh, I feel like I ain't where I'm supposed to be at, but in the back of my mind, I know, like, it's because of patience.
You gotta give yourself a little time.
Yeah.
You're only 19. You're not even, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You ain't even out the teens yet. So wait, so 16. That's a big age difference, by the way. Who you are at 16 and who you are at 19 is a big difference. But how you dealing with the the business of this? Because you were like super fresh.
Yeah.
Then how are you adapting to like the lifestyle of this business?
I feel like me and my mom, like, that's really who really I kidnapped her from her business and brought her
What was
along.
Mom doing before?
Taxes and rental properties.
Yes. I think we talked about that last time. Taxes.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about your money, right?
Nah, never. She my
How
accountant.
is she okay with you spending money on all this jewelry and stuff?
I get it for a good price, so she don't be too worried.
She's like, no.
She know ain't nobody really busting my head for it, but like I get it at I get it at a good price.
It's also an investment because you're an artist. People want to see you a certain way, so you putting it back into your brand.
Pouring it into you,
Pouring it
and
into
it's
the
a
brand.
write-off or something.
It's a write-off. I don't know if it's a write-off. Is it a write-off, Mom?
Because it's for
the
brand.
Jewelry a write-off? Correct. The jewelry is a write-off.
I feel like everything a write-off at this point. If I buy some water and I put my water and I put this down, put my water up here, I'm be like, no, it's for the promotion.
Yeah. When was the last time somebody said no to you? Did you or your mom or somebody?
Last time someone said no to me, I feel like when my baby mother, I asked her to cook some breakfast for me, and she told me no. That's like the last
she said no?
That's the last time I remember.
What was she doing?
She was tired. She do it a lot, though, so that was the first no, and it was a beautiful first no, because I was like, oh, you tired? Like,
so you took it good?
Yeah, I took it good.
Oh, you still in love? You in love. You're like, oh, that's cute, you tired.
I mean, I'm like, you don't want to cook for me this time?
How long you guys been together?
Since, like, before August.
So short.
What's the month before August? I had to start from January. I'm that type of.
July. You got to start from the top.
Yeah, I had to start.
July, so August, July.
Mm-hmm.
So you like not even less than a year.
Yeah. So stuff kind of went a little quick, but.
Wait a minute. That's only like 7 months. But you have a baby. How does that?
And the baby's like 4 to 5 months.
Yeah, but it takes 9 months to make a baby. So you had to be together before 7 months ago. Logistically, I'm just saying.
Probably it was a little earlier than. I think it was like August now.
Yeah, 9 months
like
ago.
August.
Yeah.
It's like August. I ain't a mathematician, I'm great at math, but I ain't with the word problems, I'm with the basic math. 2 + 2.
If you was 9 months out, too much subtracted by. No, I'm not trying to trip you out. I'm just saying this is it's still a new relationship.
Yeah, it's pretty much new, and I feel like what's different from this one and what's different from the last one is everything is genuine. Like I never really had someone to do something for me as far as a woman aspect other than my mother. Like if it was a gift wise, nobody ever really gave me nothing. I'm always been a giver. So when you be the giver your whole life and somebody give you something, that it really means something to you, because you'll go to up and beyond and make sure anybody and everybody straight. And sometimes you feel left out, but you don't say it because it's just your heart. But when you receive that without saying nothing, without stressing it, without nothing, and it just naturally come, it's different because you met yourself. You met a mom. You met your mom, but just in a partner type of way. And I feel like that's what you should look for in anybody. Like say for instance, if your pops a role model for you, if your pops did everything, when you look for a man, you should look for the same traits of your pops, because you know he'll always have your back. So the same thing, vice versa for mom.
Yeah. Well, good for you. That's dope. And this is a big life change for you. You got a kid now.
I got
a dad.
Son now.
How does that change you? How's that going?
I have a daughter currently. She's going on 2.
Oh, you had. This is not your first child. This is your second child.
My second.
Okay.
And now I have a son on the way. And I had wanted a son originally, but I feel like God gave me what I needed first, because it was a lot of stuff in my life and my circle that I had to change before. You know what I'm saying? I had brought a little girl in the world, so I feel like that's why I changed a lot of stuff, because I was still young. But when I knew I had a daughter on the way, like not a son, but a daughter, I knew it was a lot I had to change, because like she gonna have to come to her dad for a lot of stuff. She gonna be wanting to have that friendship and that connection with her dad to want to come to, and I probably wouldn't be able to give her the right advice if I'm high, if I'm drunk, or if I'm hanging around 30 niggas, you know.
Oh, she changed all that.
Yeah, she changed a lot. I cut off a lot of people that didn't mean me no good. Whoever wasn't bringing nothing to the table, you weren't around me.
Wow.
If you was smoking and drinking around me, you couldn't be around me, because I was at a time where I couldn't stop smoking. So seeing you smoke would make me want to smoke.
Yeah.
So you couldn't be around me, you know.
So you don't smoke at all anymore?
No weed.
Wow.
Drink, nothing. I don't do nothing. I just be sober. They say I'm boring. I'm the grandpa.
You're a grandpa at 19.
Yeah.
Good for you, man. No, so do you feel like that stuff is behind you now, or do you just feel like you had to stop because it was too much?
It's still a part of me, so it's never really just behind me. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say I'm still the same person at heart. I can still give rugged or whenever when it's time to protect my family, protect me, protect my brand, and protect something I'm building. So, no, that's still a part of me. I know when to balance it now. I'm never just on 10 like how I was once before, you know. But as far as like the drugs and eating, like my diet and all that stuff behind me.
You're making better decisions.
Yeah.
Good for you, man. It takes people their whole life and they don't do that.
Yeah, for sure. Everybody be saying.
No, it's true. People be, old, still trying to like get their cholesterol right and cut out the fried meat, pork or whatever it is. You figured that out early. That's a blessing.
Thank you.
Keep your health right, health together. But you're really serious about it too, right? Like you're vegan?
I'm spot on, yeah. Vegan, alkaline.
Oh, you're alkaline also?
Yeah, I separate from both. It's a difference. I feel like alkaline is the top tier step. That's what I want to get to, but you know what I'm saying, when you travel, it's a little harder. I probably have to have like a chef with me to be with me everywhere I go.
So what do you eat? Like what did you eat today?
Today I'm like I said, I'm gonna have a chef. It's a shout out to Jonathan. He be coming out of is it Philly or New Jersey? He be coming out of Jersey. And making sure I'm good. He'll come to Jersey. He'll come out of Jersey to New York, wherever I'm at, and bring me alkaline meals. And alkaline is a little harder to explain because it's certain things you do to make certain things like the bread, or it's certain things you do to make certain things like crust or bread. That's the same thing, but no, it's just certain ingredients that go into it that makes everything alkaline. It's kind of cool to me.
Do you feel different too eating this way?
What?
Like
always.
What?
Like I was just taking a nap prior to coming here. Like I probably wouldn't have got up if I was still high and eating meat and stuff. I probably would have been a little late and stuff because I really didn't. I really was tired. I was still tired, but I got up. Once I'm up, I'm up. It's never like I'm sluggish.
So your energy is different, and your eyes too. Your eyes are mad clear.
Yeah.
Your skin is good. Like you could tell you taking care of yourself.
So,
it really does resonate. That's crazy. I'm inspired. I don't know if I'm ready for alkaline. I don't know if I'm all the way ready.
It's good food though.
But I might want to try it just to see how I feel on it. Like, would I feel like if I tried it for like a week, would I feel something?
What?
Yeah.
You'll be wanting to jog and shit out of nowhere. Like, let me just run. Certain thoughts will come to your mind just with you having a diet, a great diet. And that's one thing. That's one reason why I had got a food truck in Memphis, a vegan food truck, because I wanted to have I just felt like with just a simple thing of people around Memphis just consuming vegan food, their thought process will change just the slightest bit. So the crime rate might go down a little bit. Like you be more on P.
I read that you said
you
wanted to like reduce crime by having your food trucks.
Memphis is crazy. It's a war zone, so.
Yeah, but there is something to that. Health and wellness, changing your mentality and wanting to take care of yourself, and then it's not toxic. It's less toxic on yourself and doing that. So I totally get that. And it's funny because you know, there's stories about you dealing with beefs and the alleged beefs or whatever, and then there's these stories about you being vegan and taking care of yourself and wanting to cure cancer and do all this kind of stuff. So I when I read the it's like two conflicting energies.
I call it like a balance, man. You know, at the same time, I feel like, honestly, I got like a split soul to me. Like sometimes I can rap about the negativity, I can rap about it, but at the end of the day, who I am right now, who I blew up and grown to be, is that's who I am every day. But I could have the best, most positive day in my life and go to the studio and record the most vicious song ever. But it's at the same time that negativity was and still is a certain part of me. It's just I know how to balance it out now. I know like it's not something you put into your everyday life. It's only for an entertainment standpoint. So with that being said, like that's why certain things like you would see, oh, this nigga growing plans one day, but then the next day he tell me I'll walk him down or shoot. You know, it's because at the end of the day, I know who I am as a person. I know what I once was. I know that everything I was rapping about, I either did, I done, saw, will do it. I knew that's how I was then. But now I know I'm in a position to change lives, and I know I can be a role model. I know little kids look up to me, so why not show them two sides of it and let them know which side you don't want to choose, but just know that was a part of me. You know what I'm saying? Why not show them that you can grow as a person once you get what God bless you with? You know, a lot of people get what God bless them with, and they still be all the eggs in this basket. They don't never even think about going the way I went. Like, don't even think about letting them know that they got a face peel or something so small and it ain't even that healthy, you know. They're like, oh, you know, I don't want them looking at me like this. I want to be looked at this hardcore killer, you know.
And you're like, it's okay.
It's okay. It's cool. Like, be you, you know. Be your own self. You ain't got to persuade.
Is it a constant thing for you? Like, is it something you think about? Because it's so easy, especially with social media, something that somebody perceives to be one way or somebody says something crazy about you, and then all of a sudden it's an energy that follows you. It's in every packet. It's in your news blogs. It's in, you know, he got a beef with this one or that one, and then it's an energy. But is it a conscious thing that you trying to stay away from it, or are you not all the way there yet?
I feel like you are what you entertain, and you are what you. I feel like the beef, like I say this a lot. The beef and the opposition is the devil. It's never another person. And what I say about the devil is, to go even deeper than that, is what thoughts is crossing your mind during the time period of pressure or conflict. What type of thoughts is going through your mind? Like, boom, if somebody punched my mans in his face and I'm right by him and I got a gun on me, do I de-escalate the situation, or do I shoot him and go to jail for the rest of my life? That's the difference between the devil and God on your shoulders. It's what decision you make to build your reality. So I feel like the only beef I have is myself, me versus me. That's why I named my project Me Versus dope. Me, because it's always you in every instance. It's what you do, not what you think, but the actions you take off the thoughts that was created to you, that was brought to you. So that's how I move, and I feel like once you move like that, it's no beef. It's nothing, because you walking with God. You walking with the faith in Him. You're not letting nothing disturb you.
Talk that talk. That's some good talk right there. So Me Versus Me is the project. What do people need to know about that?
I just feel like it is my strongest project I've ever put my energy towards.
I mean, you in a different space, just even mentally, so that gotta be coming out in the music.
I write music now. I don't punch in freestyle. I don't do that. I sit down and write it. Like back in the day, like I pen and pad like I'm in a cell waiting on my CEO to come get me. You know, I'm really penning and padding, and when I write out the whole song, I stand in front of that mic and I'm rapping it like this as I'm reading and making sure my energy is still there. So I feel like I took a different approach with this, and this approach I'm very comfortable in. I don't see myself making music no other way, because at the end of the day, I'm putting more into it anyway. So I'm going to get out what I'm supposed to get out. I'm not going in there off hoping I put a song together. I'm going in there as I already written. I already put the work in behind the scenes.
What was you doing before? How were you doing it before?
I just get high, like, you know how everybody think that you're supposed to record, oh, let me get high, and then let me feel like my creativity comes. You know, no creativity really comes from that. You know, at a point in time, you're going to get stuck, you know, and your dose is you're going to think you need a bigger dose, and you're never going to really go nowhere. You're going to be in this box, and I was in that box. So I'm glad I'm glad I'm on the sober mind where I can think everything out. I can write it out. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm painting a picture. It's like I'm Picasso.
Is this your first project? This is the first project that you've done like sober? Like no weed, no.
Yeah. Before that, I had a mixtape when I was 15 that I put out. I was sober. I ain't like smoking weed because I smoked weed one time. Well, I used to smoke weed. I smoked weed before I blew up. I smoked weed like 4 times, and every time I had a bad experience.
Would you get paranoid?
It wasn't that. I couldn't function. Like one time I went to the studio. Do you know how much like a 2-hour session was? That was like $80. I really had to save my money to get $80. Like sometimes I used to pay the engineer in like quarters. Like I had like $76 and the rest of the $4 would be like change I scraped up around my room, like off quarters. So
wow.
So it really meant something to be able to get a 2-hour session. We usually be able to get a $40 1-hour session, and there'd be 4 people trying to rap. So you had like 10, 15 minutes to get it off, and it wasn't gonna be the best shit.
Right.
But I got a 2-hour session, and it was only 2 of us. And when I tell you, the devil was working that night. I seen a blunt lit up. I don't know knowing I wasn't me when I smoked. Man, I hit that blunt a few times, and I went in the studio. When I tell you that from the first second of my 2-hour session, I was in there from the first second to the last second. I made one song, and the song was
not good.
It wasn't even as good. Like I was tripping throughout the whole song because I was like, I would get stuck, a punch in would go. That's so interesting. Like it was weird.
The weed doesn't make you creative.
Man, it started to make me creative once I started to use it a lot, but then it got to the point to where
you get stuck.
It was burnt out. Like I was smoking too much. My tolerance was stupid high. I smoked like 3, 4 blunts to the face. Like not passing them around to the face before I get done with a song. Do you know, like
that's insane.
That's crazy.
But you're not the only person, by the way.
I know.
There's a session going on as we speak that they've been in there all night, and they probably just woke up and he's doing the same thing.
On me
right now. That's happening. Good for you. That's inspiring, man. I'm sure it's inspiring to a lot of people too. That just to see a different. Even just a different perspective and a different way that you could get shit done is definitely important to see. So what happens now with this project? What is your vision for it? Like, 'cause you're so clear, you have so much like vision right now.
This is just the bridge to get me to where I want to go. This project is going to be so solidifying that people's going to want more. People's going to need more. And that's where I get comfortable, but I still overwork. You know what I'm saying? I'm comfortable with, I know that all eyes on me, but I'm still working hard. I'm never lax. So I know when I get the grabber, it's like starting off a book with a good first sentence. When I get you that good first sentence, that grabber, I know I got you for the rest of the chapters to come. So I feel like with me starting the year off with this grabber, I'm gonna have all the attention. Everybody gonna be, you know what I'm saying, they gonna know it's one of the ones. But then when I come back in the summer and drop another one, they gonna be like, oh my God, this was better than the last. And then when I end the year with another one or come back to the top of next year, it's just gonna keep going. And I ain't gonna never let take my foot off that gas.
No, you can't do that.
For sure.
And then do you have like a long-term goal? Because you said earlier that you got to get you're not patient. You're like you want to be further along. Like what is the vision for you? Like where do you look? What in 5 years? What's happening to you?
I just see myself being close to $1 billion because at the end of the day, my heart is so pure for it. I want to be able to change lives more than just music. I'm not waking up and just thinking and breathing music every day. I'm really thinking like, how can I change somebody's life? What impacts can I make for the younger generation coming up? What things can I do surrounding around the herbs I have? The position I'm in, I'm locked in with a lot of Dr. Sebi's family, people that really stood for something that changed the world. So it's like, what can I do to empower my people and people all across the world? That's my main goal. And I feel like if God see that and he see that light in my heart, he gonna give me every tool I need to be able to accomplish it. You know, he know that I'm living in my purpose more so than just living with what I like doing. So with that being said, 5-10 years from now, I see me establishing something that's gonna change generations. Like that's gonna be able to help generations of people, the way of healing, the way of helping, the way of thinking. So I ain't gonna get too in depth in it. Just know I know exactly though.
I feel you though. That all sounds very exciting. And you said you're in with Dr. Sebi's family?
Yeah. His niece. What's crazy? Dr. Sebi had a house in Memphis. A lot of people didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
Memphis.
Yeah.
Memphis he built a house in Memphis for him, and he turned it into a herbal shop. Well, his niece Emily ended up turning it into a herbal shop after he passed, and she touched everything in the house but his bedroom, made his bedroom still his own space, but she sell herbs out of it, and that's I never knew that, and it came with, I found it out one time and I went to it, and I went there and I made a bond with her, and you know what I'm saying, and we still cool to this day. She locked me in with people that's in Honduras that Dr. Sebi used to get his sea moss from, all the herbs from the village, the healing villages he had. So
have you been to Honduras yet?
No, I'm trying to go. I'm trying to go out there to meet the people that I talk to through WhatsApp, you know, that I get my herbs.
You should document that.
Well, it is. I am. I'm gonna make sure.
You better, yeah. I would love to see that.
Make sure of it. Promise.
Because your perspective too is probably different. We've seen people go there to Honduras and stuff, but I would love to see your perspective on that and what you get out of that. That'll be dope. Is that something you're planning? Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. This year, I just don't like to take breaks because I feel like if I'm taking a break, if I'm vacating somewhere, somebody else working, so I'd be uncomfortable with that.
Yeah, but that is still working.
It's
just a different work.
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna bring stuff with me though. I'm gonna bring I gotta bring my studio set up.
You probably make a whole different, your music probably.
A whole different vibe,
right?
A
whole different vibe.
Some reggae stuff, I'm thinking. You know, I'm Jamaican too. My mom, she was born in Kingston, so
I didn't
do
know
some
that.
little reggae stuff out there for the Caribbean culture.
Do they know that?
Who?
In Jamaica? Do they know they could kind of claim you?
Yeah, that's why I say top shot of life. If they hear me over there, they know.
They're
like, what are you, Rasta? You know, Rasta. Top shot out, so yeah, they know.
Have you been?
I go every 4 years.
Oh, you know.
Every 4 years. I haven't been since I was 16. I think I need to revisit.
It's time.
Yeah, it's about time. So
okay, so the project. What else do we need to know? I know anybody you want to any promo you want to do it. You got features.
I got features with Young Thug. It's one of my favorites because
that must have been a good time.
Yeah, I feel like
what is he like in the studio? I can't even imagine.
I wasn't with him in the studio when he recorded it, but my manager was. He was a little under the weather, and he still got it done. He gave me a great verse. So
he's like a worker.
I could tell he go in because you know what I'm saying. And I got one with Moneybag Yo, for the Memphis connection.
We love him.
G Herbo from
love
Chicago slept on. I feel like he gonna get one of them runs, and before it's all said and done, he gonna go on one of them runs. He deserve it.
I think so too.
On me.
Yeah.
And Polo G, one of my favorites, Chicago too.
And the reason you pushed it back originally was because of Dolph? Or?
Yeah.
Okay. Because there was speculation that maybe it was other reasons.
Yeah. But I pushed it back because I feel like it's more so a respect thing. And also, a lot of my stuff wasn't ready anyway. So I didn't have certain videos shot. Like the video I'm shooting, dropped the same day as my project was Shot of Flow 6. And that was important to me to make sure that video was shot before anything, and I ain't never get it shot, and now I'm currently about to shoot it tomorrow. So there was two reasons. It was just I wasn't ready, and also out of respect, I feel like that was his day to me.
Yeah, no, I get that. I totally get that. And when there's a loss like that, because there's been so much loss in the culture lately, young artists losing their lives, like, does it affect you? Does it change you? Like, does it? I don't know. Does it make you move differently?
I mean, you for sure feel it. Like when you see certain things like that happen, because at the end of the day, we're all artists. So when stuff happen, that's just like something happening to a teacher. Y'all all teachers, y'all feel it. When y'all in the same workspace, it kind of messes with you. But at the end of the day, you can only be the best person you can be, and make sure you on your 10 at all times, and make sure you on point. And so I don't try to do nothing differently. I just try to enhance whatever I'm already doing, because at the end of the day, I'm saying, like I said, I walk with God every day. I live in purpose. I feel like I ain't going to get took away until I complete what's set out for me to complete.
Where does this come from? Like how did you become this way?
What
What do you attribute to that? Like, is it your mom? Is it your family? Is it?
Mom could take credit, but I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like meditation done me good.
Do you really meditate, and how often do you do it?
I do it heavy meditation, like long meditation sessions. I do it for like I probably do it once a week, and it'll probably be an hour to 2 hours long. But I meditate
an hour-long meditation.
Yeah, that's simple.
No.
Well, you if you know meditation, you can meditate for an hour, and that's when you know time doesn't exist. Like, that's when you really know.
Put me on to this, because I don't understand it. I know I need to meditate, and I've talked to a lot of people. I can't do it. I'm like, like sneak looking, and my brain starts going. It's almost like challenging for me to calm my brain down, which is why I know I need to.
Just focus on your breath. A lot of people would tell you to meditate, but nobody tell you one of the smallest things you got to do to just get locked in, and that's just counting your breathing.
Yeah.
How many seconds did you inhale? How many seconds did you hold it?
You know what happens when I do that? I fall asleep.
No, you're not.
Every time
I'm telling you, you got to count it though. You got to make sure you count it. If you count it every time, and you count how many seconds
I try
there
all
was.
the time. By the way, I try all the time. This is not a new thing for me. Like, I know I need to do it because my brain be like, so I try.
Do it.
Did I fall asleep?
Do it. Do you try to where you try to meditate, on your bed?
That's probably why I can't
do it somewhere uncomfortable. Like, I know I started on a bathroom floor because I knew I was gonna go to sleep if I was in my bed. I knew. I was like, man, there's no way I'm not gonna go to sleep. So I did it on a bathroom floor. It was cold. It was hard, but it was something. It kept me up, and
I will go right to sleep on the bathroom floor. I always say to like young people too. It's like making good decisions. Is if you don't know where to start, just try making good decisions. Like it's a good decision. You don't always make it, but you know what it is.
Yeah, you know.
So if you just go on that instinct and make good decisions all the time, then everything else will start coming to you because your life will start being better.
Yeah, for sure.
And you doing things like eating better. Not drinking, like those are all just good decisions. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you don't look at it like that, those are just good decisions for your life. And so that all that other stuff is how you're eating, all that other stuff is gonna affect you. It's inspiring, man. It's dope. You can meditate for an hour, which is like, brilliant. Because I tell you, I can't do that. But I'm gonna try the bathroom.
Oh, for sure.
I'm gonna try the bathroom and see how that goes for me.
Certain people just gotta do. It's just I'm gonna tell you, if you really want to do it, it's something you're gonna find is your niche.
Yeah.
No, that's one thing I'm a firm believer of. Like, if you really feel like you at your lows and you really feel, because that's where it came into me. If I was good, if life was perfect, and somebody came to me with meditation and I tried it, of course I wasn't gonna take it serious because I don't need it. But it was a point in time to where I was searching for anything that would make my life better.
What was it that was so low? Like, what was the low point and why?
I was just depressed. I had everything I wanted, but nothing I needed. I didn't have nothing internally that I needed. Everything I wanted, though, I had money. I had.
So you're already famous.
Yeah, I was famous, but I felt it before I was famous too. Like, I was already depressed. Like, it was something that I already had, and it was just something I was dealing with. And as far as like when my problems got bigger, my depression got bigger, and it started to consume me. And it got to the point to where like niggas used to question, did I want to be here? Like, when it gets to that question, that's a suicidal thought. That's when you make sure like whatever you got going on within yourself, you need to fix, because if you don't care about yourself, you damn sure don't care about your peers, nobody around you. So I had to pour that into me. So.
And how long has that journey been for you?
That was since like when I was 17. I had just turned 17.
So 2 years ago. It's not that long ago.
Mm-hmm.
And since you've been eating better and making these changes and do you have moments where you still kind of dip into that, or do you feel like you're cured in a way?
Like, boom, I had a tough, this week been one of my, from last Monday to Sunday was one of my toughest weeks.
How come?
It's just every day was something different, and it hit it on another level, right? But I'm familiar and I'm very understanding to how life works now, and it was just so happened that my tape came out. My tape comes out this week, and last week I went through one of my roughest weeks. It's kind of similar to when I was first about to blow up, I went through one of my toughest weeks, really a tough month if we being honest. And I ended up blowing up January 17th with Shot Flow. My whole life changed. So every time before God blesses me or put a big blessing in front of me, he puts me through the toughest shit to see, am I gonna fuck it off even more, or am I going to keep my faith high, keep my head high, and know that he's working overtime and the devil is working too. So I realized that with life, that's the part of life I realized. If something is so detrimental, if something so bad going on in your life, that's only pressure and heat making a diamond that God already set out for you.
Woo,
so I
that's a
know,
bar.
I always know, like now I know if it's a tough week, if it's tough on me, do whatever you gotta do. Do whatever you gotta do to shake back, but in the back of your mind, know that this is a test. God is working for you, and this is a test that the devil is trying to fuck or whatever he working for you, and sometimes he can win. And don't think that you always good. If you tend to his ways, he gonna win and you gonna lose. But if you trust God and know that everything bright on the other side, you gonna win.
You wait it out, and it doesn't last forever.
It never lasts forever.
Yeah.
So I just know, like, you go through your toughest stuff before the sun come, like every time.
So
every time.
The sun is coming Friday?
Man, what? It's real bright. So bright it might hurt my eyes. You know what I'm saying? Because he tested me this week, and he might test me a few more times before Friday.
But you ready?
You know what I'm saying? I'm ready, though. Because I know what he doing. I know what he's doing for me, and I know the work I put in. When you know the work you put in yourself, that's when you know, like, you know, you good.
Yeah.
Because I put in all the work on the back end. Only thing I got to do is some drops. I feel like that's about it.
You put in some work. I done seen you up here 5 times, just here alone today. I know you've been working hard.
So,
God bless, baby. You deserve it. I hope I hope that sun shines super bright on Friday.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I know we have the project, but then there's a couple other things people should look for. Is this real? This herb this BBL herb, is that a real thing, or are you joking?
Yeah, I'm real. I'm dead serious.
That's campy.
Huh? No, for real.
No.
I got 3 herbs. I got 3 natural herbs that grow from God made, not hybrid. You know what I'm saying? Not something that's lab made. None of that is natural. God gave it to us. I just feel like a lot of people glorify African body, and with that being said, what do you do to get that? It's just going to their culture, realizing what they use. You know what I'm saying? The stuff that us as African American and you as a melanated being, some that we had in our ancient times, but within, you know what I'm saying, what the world is at now, a lot of stuff is processed. So certain foods or certain things or certain herbs don't go to the part of the body where it's supposed to go. You know what I'm saying? So I just did my research on that end and just implementing stuff that.
Well, what does it actually do? I know it cleans you, it goes to those parts of the body, but when you call it a BBL thing, that's a little dramatic, like, no?
Because it goes to one aspect that it attacks is the glutes. That's what makes the buttocks enlarges. Yeah. The glutes. Especially if you working out with the product that I have. Like if you working out with it and then you doing squats and shit every day and you consuming it, it's gonna attack the glutes. And you gonna get the butt you want. Pretty much. It's just finding out what attacks different parts of the body. Like I got a natural Viagra herb for like people with erectile dysfunction and people that just wanna have better sex. You know, I got an herb called Mandela White. It comes from Africa. It helps with aggression. It helps with the sperm count. It boosts your sperm count, and then it increases your hormones.
These are all for sale already, by the way?
Yeah, I got it on my website as of now. My website is not, everything is not available right now, but next month everything will be right back up and running.
What is the website?
NLE Health and Wellness.
NLE Health and Wellness.
So I do my research for sure. Mandela White. If you from Africa, you know that root get aggression and it build muscle mass too. So it makes you just a dog. It makes you a bull, you know?
Oh my God.
And everything possible. And one reason why I wanted to do that is because a lot of people don't know the deaths that happen during the surgeries.
I know. You know, I just saw somebody doing a project. K. Michelle, I think, is doing like a documentary about.
With my herbalist that I love working with the person that works with me.
Oh, she's part of that? Oh.
No, LifeWave. The one, the herbalist she goes to is the same herbalist that came to my home and made sure I started on this journey. He gave me everything I needed. all the herbs, and I had to really learn about each herb because I wanted to consume them myself. And I said, you know what, bro, I want to get into selling these. I feel like this would be huge. And one reason why, like, you got to make sure you do this stuff with the herbs or the BBL herb, that's why I'm doing it, is because for every 3,000 surgeries, a person die. And do you know how many surgeries happen in a year? It's way more over than 3,000. It's down there in the 100,000s, 200,000. And these people, a lot of women don't have the friends to be like, girl, where you get that from? To make sure like they going to the best expert. They might go to somebody that don't really know what they're doing. I done seen somebody put Fix-A-Flat in somebody's ass.
No, it happens. Terrible. It's horrible. It's horrible. Well, I love what you're doing. I can't wait to see the website. So they on sale as of next week.
As like February. Should be like February. We can launch them back February 10th, somewhere around that. So be on the lookout for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And it's NLE.
NLE Health and Wellness.
Health and Wellness. So NLE originally is No Love Entertainment. You may have to change that.
No, that's my brand. It's on my neck.
I'm saying it still should be NLE, but you say it No Love, and I feel like everything that you've expressed to me today is like with love. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like there is actual love in what you're doing right now and what you're trying to give to the people.
Like I said,
you might have to change it to like Enough Love. You might tap into your Jamaican and do Enough Love Entertainment.
Yeah. I feel like though, I ain't gonna lie. I feel like that was like the brand. I made that brand at like 14, 15, just off the simple fact it was significant. I feel like my first song was off of Heartbreak. The first song I made, and the first song it went viral too was an audio. It was called No Love Anthem. And I pretty much just put my feelings to how I felt about a breakup into the studio. And that's when I knew I had something, because I took what happened in real life and I put it in my music. And after that, I called myself No Love because of that incident. And I feel like, I don't know, without that instance, I probably would have never went to the studio. So I'm grateful for like my past always.
Yeah, I get that. But there's definitely love in what you're doing right now. Congratulations, baby. I'm so happy for you. Friday, the light shines. Me versus me.
Let's get it.
There it is. NLE Choppa, everybody. It's Power 105.1.